Can you tell me a little bit about what your diet is like?
If I'm honest, it's probably not the best. I get quite a bit of takeout food.
Mine's a bit mixed. It kind of goes up and down. I'm very healthy some weeks and then I'll have a cheat week or whatever you call it.
I do get a lot of takeout, but Mum makes some healthy meals throughout the week.
All day, every day, we're surrounded by a lot of options when it comes to food.
To be fair, I came into the town because I wanted to get KFC.
I mean, kids have phones nowadays. They have apps for getting deals and all that kind of thing and have their own card on their phone.
But on average in Australia, we're eating half of the recommended amount of fresh produce.
Eating junk food is almost a financial decision for some people.
It can be expensive cooking from scratch. It's also about time. A lot of people feel like they don't have time to cook good meals every single day.
And double the recommended amount of junk food.
With advertisements, social media, it just makes complete sense that that's happening.
It's very easy for people. It's on the go.
I've never been taught about how it's directly affecting me, but I just know it's bad for me. Eat it in moderation.
And it obviously tastes better, yeah.
So what do we have here?
So over here we've got lots of fresh fruit and vegetables.
This is Dr. Jilly Hendry. She's a nutrition scientist at the CSIRO.
Immediately you can see there's lots of colour and lots of diversity. That is sort of a general indication of the nutrients that are in there. Lots of colour means lots of different types of nutrients.
In her latest research, she's looked at data from more than 270,000 Australians who have been tracking their diets since 2015. From that data, projections have been made about what our diets will look like in 5 years' time.
So we found a concerning decline in our diet quality out to 2030. For fruit and vegetables, our consumption's going down. And then for discretionary foods, those unhealthy junk foods, ultra-processed foods, they tend to come in a packet, have a barcode, have lots of ingredients. We already eat too much, but our modelling shows that that's only going to increase out to 2030 by 18%. You can see there's a lot of white, a lot of brown. So immediately the colour just isn't there. Some things are obvious. We might think about soft drink as a discretionary food, but we don't think about energy drinks or sports drinks as also being discretionary. Cakes and chocolate and lollies and chocolate biscuits, but then plain biscuits as well. They're also high in sugar and fat. And then likewise with, salty crackers and processed meats, pastries and pasties, chips.
Currently, we eat 4 serves of discretionary food per day. And down the track, particularly if this increases, it could leave us with a whole lot of health issues.
So discretionary foods are high in saturated fat, salt and sugar, and they're what we call risk nutrients. Overconsumption of those nutrients are associated with greater risk of
Heart issues in the future.
Obesity.
High blood pressure and cholesterol, diabetes, health for your teeth, your body, your immune system. It ruins it and you can get sick so much easier.
Chronic conditions place an enormous pressure on our health system. The rates of obesity, diabetes, heart disease is increasing. And once we get to that point of needing treatment, whether it's medication or hospitalisation, it costs a lot of money. The more we can prevent that, the more we're able to relieve those healthcare costs that are associated towards the end when things become more serious.
A healthy, balanced diet is one preventative action we can take. But what does that actually look like?
So a healthy, balanced diet doesn't exclude any foods. There's still space for discretionary foods. We have them occasionally and in small amounts for fun and enjoyment. At the moment, though, the discretionary foods are taking up too much space on our plates. So if we can move them over or move them off for our main meals and keep them as snacks, we make a lot more space for those healthy foods. The majority of our foods need to come from what we call our healthy core food groups, which are fruit and veg, whole grains, lean meat and dairy foods, and then some healthy fats and oils as well. Fruit and vegetables are high in fibre and in vitamins and minerals, and they're all the things that make us feel good, give us energy. Fibre helps to keep us fuller for longer, so we tend to eat less when we eat high fibre foods. Fibre helps to regulate our blood glucose and helps to move the food through our stomach into our bowels and out the other end. And the more consistently food can move through our bodies, the less likely we are to get certain chronic conditions like cancer.
Do you know what the current dietary recommendations are for daily fruit and veg?
I should know this.
No, not at all, I'll be honest.
No, I've got no clue.
No, I honestly don't.
I don't. No.
I remember when we were little, it was like a third thing, like a plate. Okay, no, I don't think I know. From like primary school though, and I think it went up since then. But I remember like you need like 5 fruits or like, I don't know about anything else though.
You're close.
The dietary guidelines recommend that we have 2 serves of fruit a day and 5 serves of vegetables. A serve of fruit's easy, it's usually a piece. So a banana or an apple. Vegetables is a little bit more difficult. It's a cup of salad vegetables or half a cup of cooked vegetables or a medium potato.
Experts say a lot of different factors influence our diet, like education, cost of living, culture around cooking, and where you live. And that if we want better health outcomes in the future, we need to find ways to make fresh food and cooking more accessible to everyone.
Fresh produce fluctuates in price a lot more than discretionary foods do, so that makes it more difficult for some people to budget and plan. We need to find out ways to make fresh produce more available, more affordable around the whole country. So you can imagine in rural and remote areas it's more difficult to get fresh produce consistently throughout the year. And then also in our own homes, we always tend to return to those habits that we had as a family in our home.
People getting comfortable and like building routines with cooking and just like having an education system that like sets up that.
Parents teaching their kids to just like start their life with a more healthy diet and healthy lifestyles with that too.
Having more healthy options available like everywhere in schools, at uni.
Education in like later stages of life, like you hear about it in primary school, but I don't remember any of that, or now it's all out of date. So I think, yeah, reinforcing that education.
Okay, we've got some work to do.